Today we're looking at a bent arm strength workout. So here I would normally involve both bent arm pushing, so things like push-ups, along with things like ring rows and pull-ups. I'm going to give you some alternatives because this is a equipment-free workout. There's going to be a few kind of props today, things that you can find around your house, but no gym equipment. So alternatives to pulling with no gym equipment. Let's start with a warm-up. You can see I have a hockey stick here. We're going to do some drills to really get our forearm and hand and wrist nice and warm. You can do this standing. I'm doing it kneeling so that you can see the entire stick. So you can do this with a broom, just a regular hockey stick like I have. Anything that you can use something shorter like wooden spoon if that's all you have. But most people can find a stick around their house. So starting with this side in front, we're going to slowly lower to the side, bring it back, and slowly lower to the other side. Depending on the weight of your stick, you might find you do better holding somewhere around the middle. So lower to one side, and then over to the other. Okay? So wherever is good for you. You can use something like a tennis racket. We're just getting all those tissues in our form nice and warm. Okay, and we'll do the other side. You find you can build up this strength fairly quickly. Good. You can put that to the side. The next exercise we're going to do, if you have weights, some light dumbbells, you can do this with light dumbbells. If you want to use like cans of beans or anything like that, you can use that. I'm just going to do it without any weight at all. It's really about the movement. So what we're going to do first is we're standing up. You're going to turn your thumbs out. So if you're holding a weight, you're just turning your arms out. We're going to bend up, contracting. Then we're going to turn. So we're thinking about rotating around this point. Okay, so my pinky stays where it is. My hands come in. And then I slowly lower back down. So we go out, up, in, and down. And you can do these with a weight if you have it, very lightweight. Or just getting that movement in, as I am, is perfect. We're just warming up. I find this stuff really beneficial to do before I do any bent arm training. Awesome, shake that out. The next one we're going to do, we're going to grab the stick again. This one is really great, just getting that wrist extension and flexion. So I've got the stick pointing up. I'm rotating here, here. And I'm starting nice and slow. And you can go faster. The goal is your stick is not going all over the place. So as long as you can go, keep your stick fairly vertical, you can work at that speed. You can do about 30 seconds on one arm, and then you can work the other. 30 seconds on the other. Again, any stick will do for this. Now you can feel a little bit of burning going on now in your forearms. So that's what we're looking for. Next exercise we're gonna do, we're gonna use, hopefully you have a book. If not, you can use a shoe. And we're just gonna do some warm up for our shoulders. So what I'm gonna do is place my hand flat. I'm not gripping with my fingers. So my hand is flat. And this is called teacups. So we're going from here. We're trying not to spill anything from the teacup. So in this case, I'm trying not to drop the book. It actually has a paper cover, and I can feel that when it's not flat, that paper cover starts to fall off. So I want to drop my Stephen King book. I'm just going to do about 3 each direction, each arm. Kind of moving my shoulder through a lot of different positions. So coming the other direction. For some reason it's much more challenging for me. Okay, let's do the other arm. So your hand's flat. You're gonna turn to the, comes under, round, and over. So under. Nice. And this is really nice, just getting your shoulders moving through a whole bunch of different positions. Go the other direction. I would have absolutely spilt my cup of tea. I was doing this with a cup of tea. You could make it super fun. Put a glass of like water on here and try not to spill it. So for our first circuit, we're going to do 3 exercises. So one of them is a pulling exercise, and this is a replacement for something like ring rows or weighted rows. Pushing exercise, and to check what the third exercise is. Oh, a nice exercise to work a little bit on core strength and hip extension. So 3 really fun exercises. So the first one, what we're gonna do is we're doing an unweighted bent over row. And this might sound super easy. So basically the idea here, nice relaxed legs. You're gonna stick your butt back, keeping your ribs down so you've got a nice straight body here. Arms are hanging down. I want you to think about pulling your shoulder blades back, so as if you're trying to squeeze them together at the back. You're gonna bring your arms up, keeping your elbows in. When you get to this point, this is where the real work happens. Because from this point, I feel like, oh, this is pretty much my end range. And I'm just gonna pull a little further. And then I'll come down. Okay, and don't be surprised if your triceps start to cramp a little bit. Pull up, get to that end range, squeeze, and pull a little more. Okay, so we're gonna do 10 reps here. Up, squeeze, good. Perfect. If you want to use a very light weight for this, if you want to use those cans, go ahead. For me, this is getting some good work through my shoulders without any weight at all. This is great for those of you who are working pull-ups and struggling with, just that last little bit to get the chest to bar. Okay, you're really working here on working that end range. Good. Next exercise is going to be push-ups. So here you can do your push-ups on the floor. You can do them on a wall. I'm going to grab a box here. So the key with the push-ups, whichever surface you do it on, is, so if I'm going to do it here, my elbows are not going out to the side. So I'm screwing my hands into the floor. As I come down, my elbows are staying close to my side. My body's staying straight. My elbows are staying in. So you're going to do 10 reps, either elevated or on the floor. Just going to move this off here. And we'll do 10 reps on the floor. So I'm screwing my hands into the floor. So it's that action as if I'm trying to rotate my hands out the way slightly. Awesome. So 10 reps is pretty challenging. The final exercise is going to be super bird dogs. And so for this one, you're going to set up your toes tucked under, elbows on the floor, and you're going to bring out one arm and one leg. So I'm going to bring out my right arm, my left leg. Might need to move that a little bit. And I'm going to lift my opposite arm and leg. What I'm not doing is kind of throwing that leg up, arching my back. I'm keeping my ribs down and I'm using this here and I'm lifting through my arm. So you might not be able to lift very high, that's fine. And you're going to do 10 on each side. Switch to the other side. Awesome. So we have the bent over rows, 10 reps. You're going to do another set of that. 10 push-ups, 10 super bird dogs each side. You're going to do 2 more rounds of that, and then we'll move on to our next circuit. So we're going to do one more circuit of 3 exercises. This one is going to be inverted press. You're going to do 10 reps of the inverted press. You're going to do dead bugs, 5 reps per side of the dead bugs, and then we're going to do this exercise either with a band or no band. I'm going to show you 2 variations. So for the inverted press, again, same with the push-ups. The key with this one is you're screwing your hands into the floor, and as you bend down, your elbows stay in. So I'm going to show you 3 variations. The first, you're going to use your book or yoga block, something to lower your head to. So your hands are on the floor, and the book or block is between your hands. So knees under your hips, shoulders, hands under your shoulders. You're pushing up. I'm screwing my hands into the floor, bending my elbows. Okay, my elbows come back away from my hands. My head comes down and up. So this is variation 1. Variation 2, I'm going to move that book in front of my hands. Okay, and this time as I come up, I'm going to step my feet closer to my hands. Same idea, I'm screwing my elbows, my hands into the floor. This time as I come down, my forearms stay vertical and my head comes forward. Forearms stay vertical. And so I can do 10 reps there, or I can move the box out the way, the book out the way. And 10 reps here. So let's go 10 reps of whichever variation you need to work on. Got these new shirts and they're not super handstand friendly, so just tuck it in. So 10 reps. Remember to breathe. Excellent. Next one is dead bug. So for this one, we're lying on our back. You're going to bend your knees. You're going to bend your elbows. You're going to inhale. Think about expanding all the way around here. Then you're going to exhale. Reach one arm on opposite leg. And back. Inhale. Exhale. So 5 each leg. Try and not let your back come off the floor too much. Okay, you're not pushing it into the floor, but you're maintaining a gentle contact. So inhale and exhale. Inhale. Good. As I said yesterday, I can't count, so hopefully that was around 5 reps each side. For this last exercise, you're either going to use a band or no band. If you're using a band, you're going to take it behind your back. You can do this standing or kneeling, it's fine. So you're going to go behind your back. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together, and you're not arching, you're just squeezing your shoulder blades together. Then from here, you're going to pull this around into protraction. So at this point, I'm not in this position. I'm reaching my arms as far forward as I can. Okay? And then I'm coming back around, squeezing my shoulder blades together, and coming forward. If you don't have the band, it's just about squeeze your shoulder blades together and then feel your shoulder blades come around as you reach forward. Back. And forward. And the slower you go and the more intention you do this with, the more benefit you're going to get from it. So this is one of those exercises that can feel really easy if you're just doing this. If you're going nice and slow, really working on that end range, coming forward, really feeling that end range of your protraction, coming back. So we go 10 reps. Good job. So you've got 2 more rounds of that. 10 reps of the inverted press. 5 reps each side of the dead bugs. And then either with a band or without the band. I don't know what this one's called. But that one. So 2 more rounds for a total of 3 rounds. So that's today's bent arm strength workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at a workout for your legs that you can do without any weights or any equipment at all. So please check back for that. I apologize that the cats were not that interesting today. I apologize. They're going to get a talking to tonight, and hopefully tomorrow they'll be on better form. See you tomorrow.